Alright, what's going on guys? Brandon Harden here. Hope you're having a great day. It is the 31st of March, the final day of the month, and I'm starting this video off with some pretty shitty news because there's a situation that may potentially result in me having to leave Canada a lot sooner than expected, or not actually be able to leave Canada at all. So, as you know, downstairs, Geordie is renovating the basement of her house because she's creating a warehouse, which has resulted in an entire clean out of the entire house, which means that Linda, Geordie's mom, has been getting rid of a bunch of things she'll never need again and hasn't really needed for the past 10, 15, 20 years. And we think that has resulted in Linda throwing out both mine and Geordie's passports. As you can see by the side of the house, this has been a common occurrence pretty much 3 times a day, every day for the past 2 weeks, just like clearing out the entire basement. And I wish this was one of those situations where it's just the fact that we haven't actually looked properly, but for the past 2 entire weeks, the house has been tipped upside down. Safe to say that the passports have officially been lost, and our only assumption is that through clearing out the house, they were accidentally put in a box, or things were being done too fast, or Linda was just being too quick with things and not really thinking about what she was throwing away because she just wanted to get it done. So what do we do now? I have a question. Where are the passports?
Oh my gosh, you know what? Such an asshole. It serves me right for cleaning. I decided to clean from top to bottom, and I had them in my hand, I thought. Brandon thought he saw them upstairs, but I've lost them. I'm a fucking idiot.
That's the situation that we're currently in, and obviously being in the fact that I'm not from Canada, and I'm currently in a country that I came to with a passport, and now I have to leave without a passport. How does one do that? How does one leave and get on a plane? You kind of have to apply for this document that's like an emergency exit the country sort of document. We have to go to this specific place that's not really that far from the house. We have to book an appointment. We have to talk about the reason that we need to leave the country, obviously urgency and all that sort of thing. If accepted, because there is a chance that you can get denied for applying for this certain thing. For some reason, I don't know, because I'm obviously trying to go back to my home country. There's an even bigger issue that has arisen since we realized that the passports have been lost. And that's the fact that, remember in the previous video when I spoke about how me and Geordie wasn't going to go to Thailand and that we were taking the off season super seriously? The off season was going to be ending in about 3 weeks, and that is exactly when me and Geordie were planning on going to Thailand. Obviously Geordie's disappointed. I'm also disappointed. I really wanted to go. That is obviously still the case, but we came up with a solution because obviously when I sort of spoke about that in the video, me and Geordie took a step back and we were look, we obviously don't want to not go to Thailand because the flights have been booked. I did purchase a flexi ticket, so obviously there is room to be able to move the flight within 1 year of booking. So I booked the flight on December 15th, so I have until the following year to be able to change the flight to. Obviously you have to pay for the difference in the value of the cost of the flight. To be honest, it wasn't really that bad. But the issue is we changed the date to the 15th of May, which is mine and Geordie's 3-year anniversary. Can you believe that me and Geordie have been together for 3 entire years? Now, I literally remember coming to Canada for 6 months. Introduce yourself a little bit.
Sure. Hi, my name's Geordie. I help transform women's bodies all around the world, and I get to work with them one-on-one on an online platform.
2, 1.
Cheers.
Forgot water. 1 out of 5.
3, 2, 1, 4. So now, socks, thank you very much.
I don't know, you're the clickbait king, so maybe
Okay. I'm not gonna high five you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Very sweet, a little bit lower.
Okay,
Looks
great.
way
Glad
better.
you're happy.
You're welcome.
And inside is actually the first samples of all the hard body lifting equipment. Oh, I'm so happy with these.
Oh, I love it. I don't know.
Is that for me? Cheers. That's just it. That's enough. All you need to be successful on YouTube.
Oh my god, I go away.
As she looks at his penis. High five. This is my girl, that's a friend, Geordie Dix, ladies and gentlemen.
I was immediately drawn to your eyes.
This is weird to say. Oh yeah. So that was my new friend mukbang. It was me and Geordie, we obviously were dating, we were kind of seeing each other and everything, but I have documented my life now on YouTube for the past 7 years. When it comes to seeing Geordie and just we were getting to know each other, I was absolutely petrified about the idea of documenting another freaking relationship, and I didn't know how it was going to go. But here we are, almost 3 years later. Currently in the UK, starting on the 1st of April until the 5th of May, I'm pretty sure, there is a passport office strike. So what would have originally took a week if I paid for an express passport may potentially take a little bit longer. That's the current situation. I'm gonna stop talking about it now, but there is a slight chance I may be leaving Canada a lot sooner than expected to be able to have enough time to apply for a passport. And if you followed me for a while, you'll know that when it comes to embassies, passport offices, all that sort of thing, I have never had the best luck. I'm hoping it goes well, but right now we're gonna make a pre-workout and actually head to the gym. Alright, so the pre-workout meal has been made. We've got 120 grams of oats, 30 grams of protein, and 110 grams of raspberries. Probably gonna eat this on the way in the car. We also just made a pre-workout. We have the brand new, so Rectum Rage is like my favorite pre-workout by far, but they actually released a new flavor called Mango Citrus, and I like to mix this with the Mango Lemonade creatine, because I always mix my creatine and my pre-workout together. Two flavors, so it's like a mango citrus lemonade flavor is actually pretty freaking awesome. You can use code HARDBODY to save 10% and you'll directly support me at the same time. Not sure if you noticed, I put this on my story a few days ago. Check this out. See that? You see that shit? The very first ever HARDBODY shakers. I've always wanted to release shakers, but I never knew when the right time was. Originally, I was gonna do what every other company does, and they just like make a bulk order with Blender Bottle, which is like the shaker company that like most people use. I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to have something a bit more robust, a little bit more like heavy duty, because Blender bottles and stuff, when you squeeze them, I mean, sometimes they can like warp and sometimes they can discolor. It's gonna come in two colors. We have black with a white logo, and we're gonna have white with a red logo as well, because red is the company colors, and it's extremely freaking robust. Like, listen to this. 3, 2, 1. This will never open. Like, it is the most, like, when you get it, I guarantee you will struggle to close it and open it for the first time. But at least when you put it in your gym bag, when you put it in your backpack, you will never have to worry about the top ever just popping off and your pre-workout going all over the car. It's about 2 weeks manufacturing and then 4 weeks to send, and then obviously 2 weeks for like content and hype up and stuff. So probably 6 to 8 weeks, but I just wanted to let you know they are coming. The sample is freaking fantastic and I couldn't be happier about this. Alright, so first things first, before every workout we pop some Anavar. I feel like my strength has been going up a lot recently because we introduced Anavar like 3 weeks ago, and it makes you strong as hell. There are obviously like other substances that like also help with strength as well, like injectable substances, but for the second phase of the off season we have added in a cheeky little amount of Anavar. We started at 20, we're currently on 30, we'll go up to 40 and 50, and yeah, so why are your legs so short?
Sweet delight, you are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my
So, in my opinion, that was a pretty rough set. Like, the form was absolutely atrocious. Because I forgot my belt, like, annoyingly, I literally own a lifting equipment company and I forgot to bring my lever belt to the gym. Like, what the hell? Like, any belt at all. I like looked in the car because I thought my lever belt was in the back of the car. 3 plates for like a rocky, I think it was like 8 or 9 reps. We're gonna drop it back down right now, go for 2 plates, and then be able to utilize a lot more strength with a chest supported back row instead, because unfortunately right now trying to row over 3 plates on a barbell is a little bit more difficult, considering the fact that recently obviously I pulled my back when I was deadlifting. That's all good now. It's been good for about a month, but the last thing I'd want right now is to go a little bit heavier and actually pull it again, not even deadlifting, but doing barbell bent over rows. So I'm gonna do 1 more set of this and then move on to a machine row instead.
you are my lucky charm. I hold you close
feels really good.
I know.
Like really good, because you kind of like, you're pulling like down as well. Like it's a strange, like the motion, you grab it from so high, but you pull it like almost right down. It's a very good machine. The chest supported row that we've decided to use is this Pendulum 3-way row. On the topic of using the hard body wrist straps and actually forgetting my belt, we actually have the biggest restock we have ever had in the history of the company in about a week to a week and a half. The mass amount of support that we were shown on the Black Friday, like the stock we had at Black Friday was actually meant to last like until February, March of this year. The amount of messages I reply to on the Hard Body Instagram every single day, because both me and my PA manage the Hard Body Instagram, so there's so many freaking questions like, when's the restock, when's the restock, when's the restock? Well, it is going to be in just over a week.
Oh, that's the part of the workout that matters. Loading the plates.
I already feel like I'm back in the UK because this rain is something else. Ugh, nice and refreshing. A bit of a switch up right now for the vlog. We are heading to the Pure Muscle and Fitness very first ever bodybuilding show. It's pretty awesome because like with Alphalete doing the summer shredding classic shows, it's really amazing when like companies and stuff, they sort of like, they branch out and they hold their own bodybuilding shows. We are actually holding our very first ever bodybuilding show with Hard Body this year on the 15th of July at the Two Bros event. It's going to be a regional qualifying event, so if you do qualify, you will be able to get your pro card or compete in the show to get it. But today we're at this center in Mississauga, Meadowvale, not that far from where Geordie lives. We're gonna go say what's up to people and potentially hopefully watch some of the show. You gonna compete today?
Yeah, I'm
Are you ready?
I'm so shredded, guys.
Let's go. You tired? Let's go.
What's up? How you doing? Man? Good. What's up? How are you? Thank you.
How's the big business going right now?
That's a good angle.
Does that look good? This is how Sarah takes all her selfies though. It's like down here. Dude, that's the worst for me. I need like this in the audience.
Prefer me to vlog like this? I can just vlog like that.
I look great.
Yeah, same. I have a jawline.
We'll do this.
Right? This time of year it has to be above my head.
I know, yeah. Sometimes when I vlog like this, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I am fat as fuck. What is happening? So what are you eating, bro?
Avocado, ground beef, grass-fed ground beef.
Back to our judges, square for our judges.
Slay queen.
You ladies, thank you.
See you guys soon.
And we are back from the gym. That became one of those sessions when I was like trying to push heavier and heavier and heavier weights, and I started to see my face sort of like going red, couldn't breathe at some point, trying to keep up the intensity with the weights at the same time. I feel like my face is still a little bit flushed right now, like from trying to push so hard, but really happy that the workout for the day is already done. And I'm very just like overall happy about that workout in particular. Usually sometimes if I was going to do arms, we'd add in another 2 exercises to make it a 7 or an 8 exercise workout, but I actually trained arms yesterday and my biceps are killing. In a minute I'm going to speak about the Take Flight collection and how that launch went, because I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone that supported the Hard Body Season 2 Take Flight collection. Like I've got so much to say about it, I will in a minute, but I want to show you the basement first because I think it's cool that like Geordie's also about to start her own thing as well, because for our whole relationship, as I said earlier, we've almost been together now for 3 years, and she's been talking about starting this clothing brand like literally ever since day one, and the fact that it's like coming into fruition now for a boyfriend, it's like really cool to see someone like believing in their own potential. The floor now of the entire space has actually been painted. Me and Geordie painted this entire thing grey. The contractor that was here a few days ago has basically put framing all over the back wall, as you can see there. This hardboard right here to make all the walls white. It's kind of like a cheap makeshift way to make the place like clean and white. Obviously it's a bit of a mess right now because there's all this stuff that Linda still needs to go through in terms of what she wants to keep that was in the basement. And then here is all the clothes on all the rack. We got 2 different colors. She wants to make like a female orientated brand, and they're essentially just like really cozy plush sets. There's a jumper and there's a pair of shorts to start with in both cream and in pink. Pretty freaking cool to see it all like sort of come to life. This is how, like, if you want to start your own business, this is what you have to do. Sometimes you might not be in a position to be lucky enough to have a space under your house to be able to keep stock and stuff. This is something that I was never in the position to be able to do. When I released t-shirts when I was 20 years old, I was like literally packing them in my dad's kitchen, and there was like just boxes in the living room floor, and I was sending them all out by hand and everything. I didn't have a fancy label printer. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I made it work, and you can too if you want to start your own thing. And it's quite funny that it's literally happening just like in that room right there, like the place that we just walk past to go to the bathroom every day. Of course, when it comes to doing the same sort of thing with Hardbody, it just like does not make sense, because we literally send out like hundreds if not thousands of units every single month. And if that was going to be the case, like our place in Brighton literally couldn't hold the amount of stock that I have with Hardbody, especially what's coming in. If I was to pack and fulfill my own orders, I would be there like 18 hours a day, 7 days a week fulfilling orders, because obviously you guys have been supporting the brand so much like over the past like just over 2 years now since the company launched. When it comes to actually like shipping and all that sort of stuff, I quickly wanted to bring up a situation that happened with the Take Flight drop. Thank you so much for everyone that did support the Take Flight drop. It was a massive success, and I can't wait to bring out part 2. I've already been sampling part 2. I actually received the samples this week. I have an entire Take Flight part 2 clothing range, which is going to be the final release of Take Flight, and then I've got about 6 accessories, including the shakers, different things, lanyards, keychains, limited edition lever belt sticker pack that I've been working on. It's like an anime theme, and we're going to be dropping some like Itachi, Goku and Baki sort of like anime print t-shirts at the same time as like an anime themed Hardbody drop for the summertime. The 10 stickers themselves, because there's going to be 10 individual stickers within one pack, those took about 2 to 3 months to actually design. But regarding the Take Flight, I actually had to refund a few people because something happened. Essentially, the Shopify originally, when orders coming to Canada and America were initially being purchased, there was a bit of a glitch with the Shopify situation, and people were being slightly overcharged. The fact that people were paying it just blew my mind. Like, it just showed the support for the brand. But I reported back to Shopify and the team back in the UK, and I was like, guys, like, this is not the way I want to run this business. Like, we can't be making a mistake like this. Do not and will not accept anyone being overcharged for anything. Like, I've always tried to be extremely fair with prices, extremely competitive, and the fact that we can send out heavy equipment like knee sleeves, lever belts and wrist straps like all in one pack and charge the shipping that we do astounds me. The fact that we're so competitive with that price, I would never ever want to break that. Everyone in America and Canada that purchased has already received a 50% refund on their shipping, which is a little bit more than we should have, but it was almost a sorry, and it's something now that we know for the future to never ever happen again. So if you have ever wanted to get anything from the Hardbody website, especially for the big restock that is happening in just over a week, your package will come very fast, very cheaply, and the quality of the equipment that you will get, you will be absolutely astounded by. So you spending your hard-earned cash on what I have created will be something that no one has ever and will ever regret. What are you doing?
Getting passport photos.
Why?
Because my mom lost my passport and yours and threw it in the garbage.
I'm sick and tired of hearing it, okay? I did it, I shouldn't clean. What lesson did I learn, Brandon? Never clean.
Exactly, that's what I do.
You're full of shit.
Never clean.
Never. I'm going to Thailand without you if you don't get one.
To be fair, obviously that wouldn't
I
be
can
the
go to
case.
Thailand. I've got a passport. See you, folks.
You can give me the money for the tickets.
Okay.
Christmas present to me.
So you're going to go to Thailand on our anniversary.
Okay.
And my birthday.
As you can tell, my existence on this planet is an absolute joke.
Is that good? She's got to stand in the middle, doesn't she?
Yeah, and pull your shirt up.
Don't let your boobs show, honey, because you know what? Somebody from the passport. Cover your eyes, young man. You're
Mom!
As you can tell, every day in Canada is a very interesting day, to say the least.
I look like a 12-year-old little boy. You
I lost the passport, I'm paying for it. If I would have gone to Costco, my daughter doesn't even have to be with him. She's with me because she wants to be. Come on, let's go.
I feel like we should start a separate channel, like taking Geordie's mum out in public.
Yeah, you fucking...
Passport picture's done. We've come to this place just down the street to get a shawarma wrap. I have been massively enjoying a chicken shawarma recently, which is essentially just like a wrap with a bunch of chicken and salad in it, and I've actually got a rice tray as well with like salad and chicken as well. Kind of a little hack for the off season, you know, obviously it's just chicken and rice. The rice might have been cooked in a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter, but right now calories are not the enemy, calories are the best friend.
Oh, we got another hand.
I got it.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. So this is the type of shawarma that I've never had before, because it's essentially a pita bread within the wrap, and then they put obviously the mix and everything inside. They have their special sauce, and then they grill it. What a calorie monstrosity. Here, what do we get?
More Pokemon cards.
So if you've seen any recent videos, you'll know that I have gotten into a little bit of Pokemon card collecting purely for the reason that when I was a kid, I couldn't really afford Pokemon cards. And all these kids that I was in first school with, and they had massive, massive binders of all these cards, and I couldn't really afford any. And now I'm in a position in life where I can afford Pokemon cards, and it's just like a really nice, fun, just like escape from reality, and just to do something fun. So I just picked up a booster box of the brand new Scarlet and Violet release. I was collecting like Brilliant Stars, Crown Zenith, some of the 2022 and 23 stuff, but this dropped today and he had access to it early, so I didn't have to like wait for Pokemon Center, didn't have to wait for any of that, so I just got in my hands that a lot of people will not have for at least a week's time. And because of the fact this just dropped, I was like, you know what, can not say no. So this is probably the most geeky slash nerdy thing you've ever heard me say on YouTube, so I apologize, but also I don't apologize at the same time. Do you accept me?
Always.
Even though I like the Pokemon cards?
Yeah, I don't care. You're a big dork. It's fine.
Okay, cool.